woke up this morning and heard Entourage is getting rebooted with a little bit more diversity. So it's 5 guys, right? Let's diverse it a little up. Black dude, Latino dude, and then 3 white dudes, right? And it's a Netflix reboot. Like we just woke up and they're like, it's back, new show, same shit. And instead of going to CAA, the guy went to WME. Like literally, like it's a different Ari, his name's Shmari, like same shit, right?
Darker Israeli guy.
Exactly, like if you'd heard that. Okay, so now that show on Netflix, that quality video, that show, an hour episode, each episode. Now imagine 3 minutes and 6 seconds from that episode. A clip from 3 minutes and 6 seconds where they're just they're like wearing your thing or whatever they're doing. Just like 3 minutes and 6 seconds from Entourage 2017. If you make that video and put it on Facebook and it works, it'll change your business. You're running quant CAC, hardcore math on digital and social, and then you're running TV remnant for brand, but the reality is the birth child of that is fucking Facebook commercials. So like we're killing it. So like as a complete side note, so let me tell you why I built VaynerMedia. I'm building VaynerMedia so that I can buy Lacoste for $233 million and run it through my machine. Which is why it sounds like you might be, so it's funny, we're just for the first time getting into non-Fortune 100 clients. Sounds like you're at enough scale that we should, whether it's as a client of Vayner, whether it's a Vayner Sports thing that gets you access, whether it's just me getting to know you, whether it's advisory shares, whether it's just friendship like leverage for 50 years, I definitely can tell you this. What you do is what I think about 24/7, 365, and there's 3 things you should be doing, and you're onto it. You're doing it in a department, you're doing it like this. You're doing the math right, to the best of your ability, and you're doing brand. That's why you're doing the sports, that's why you're doing TV. I'm telling you right now, like children's life on the table, the birth child on Facebook will change. Why do you think, hold on, even better. Why? You have the proof, that's why everybody in your office is talking about me. That's what I'm doing. Like I laugh at when clients are like, are you sure? I'm like, why'd you come here? They're like, well I'm like, bingo, real pleasure. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much, thank you. Yeah, good to see you. Thank you. All well? Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Love it, yeah. Take a look, okay? And then all of a sudden my calendar says 1 to 120 and LA meetings, and then they send me an email saying these are who's there. You gotta learn how to delegate. By the way, when I say you gotta learn, I literally just made this up. It's something I never thought of before. But this is why we can't lose. All we have to do is communicate. I love that you just brought this up, right? To me, it's having the priorities in the right place, and then we're good. You know what I mean? Like, I can deal with anything as long as I feel like we're trying to win the right game. Your DM, people don't understand. This best business development opportunity in a long time. It's probably 07, 08 Twitter, or early blogging, 2002, 3, 4, when tech leaders had blogs and they would put their email up there and they were actually answering them. You get these moments for a year or 2 or 3 where you get access to anybody you want that sits on higher pedestals than you, or hot or interesting, and people are already tuning out the DM because they're getting bombarded. I have, for the most part. I'm trying. So we've got 6 months to a year and everybody's gonna regret not using the DM biz dev move that I'm trying to tell them to do. I gotta go. I love you.
We're just starting.
I love you. I'm super available. You can reach out to me anytime. Well, you came super late.
Much better.
Good. All right. See you later. Okay. Let's find out. I also think this is a good place to play my model, right? Where we make 2 commercials, but we pick up a shitload of micro content out of it, and we've got a year's worth of content. I got a couple ideas. This whole thing I'm riding on. Just to give you context. This whole hashtag waving, like, you know, Thirsty Thursday or Motivational Monday or Thursday Thoughts. There's things that always trend, and like we could be very smart and efficient and get a lot of extra organic. So we'll figure it out. But like, you know, the model right now for Vayner is, you know, our execution off a brief mark is very much the Facebook commercials with influencers layered on top and some sort of culture hacking like a Alexa voice or what have you. So whether it's all influencer, whether it's 3 commercials with 800 pieces of micro content that comes out of it. I mean, like, I'm sitting with D-Rock right now, I'm thinking to myself, like, truth is, in a 22-minute DailyVee, like, there's probably 3 months worth of content if we really wanted to. We get like 3 days out of it now, but like if it was our only lifeline, like, so there's a lot of things we can create in this environment. Stuff that you people don't know about. As much as we're sharing, D-Rock, you really are you're really getting the MBA on how to run shit. What most people don't understand is that real A and B list talent have no time. Like J-Lo doesn't have time, right? Like Jeter doesn't have time. Like, you know, Rihanna doesn't have time. And this model is actually built more for those people than it is for the entrepreneurs that have jumped on first, right? I think it's about building ultimate brand and attention at scale, which then leads to opportunity. I will tell you this. I firmly believe that 50% of the people that would buy this package would make back their investment in their advance on a book deal and on their speaking, and that's when I started getting confident to actually do it, right? Like Max, listen, like I know enough about you and you've been doing some really clever stuff, like, and I just think it works for anybody. I mean, you've got to be able to afford it, and thus that goes into a different stratosphere, but I'm trying to build actual brand in a world where I think most people, you know what I think happened with me, Max, to be very frank? I think most people are salespeople, and I think I'm a marketer and a brander. I built a brand, and I didn't cash in the short term, and so the investment was worth it. And I think there's a lot of smart individuals out there who realize, fuck it, I'll pour in $1 million over 4 years, get 40% of what Gary got out of it because of personality differences, and I'll make that ROI positive back. Because if you believe what I believe, which is the cell phone is the new television, and Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and YouTube are ABC, NBC, and CBS, well then you're trying to become Seinfeld, and some people become Seinfeld and other people become Charles in Charge. I think I've proven over the last decade that I've understood how content on the internet works contextual to the moment in time and the formats and the nuances of the platforms, right? We're not guessing here. We're not just filming and putting it out. Like copy, creative, quotes, like, you know, and you know, it's a good observation by you, and I'm flattered because I really do respect your POV. Like, I've upped my game in the last 18 months. Hold on 1 second, Max.
You're GaryVee.
I am.
I'm looking at him like, I swear he looks like GaryVee.
How are you?
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Jansen.
Hey, Nicole, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm just doing a workshop over the next day, so.
Awesome.
Cool.
It's your
well,
pleasure.
I didn't
No worries.
But,
Thanks for saying hello.
Yeah.
GaryVee, what's going on, man? Follow you every day, brother.
Thank you, brother. Love you, pal. See ya. Talk to you. Bye-bye. Like, reality is, it doesn't matter. What I did was a little bit different. If you kind of look at the macro 10 years, I didn't do any of that. I just went to the end consumer, and now I have all the leverage. To not think that those feature sets have slowed the momentum of growth in what I would call the 35 to 55-year-old demo. And so I still think it's not been a full year, and I think a lot of these things tend to take a year to understand, but I do think it's kind of like, it's on Snapchat now to come back with other variables. So I don't know, it's an intriguing question because I think people are very naive and don't realize how strong Snapchat is under 30, right? And really under 25, right? I mean, that's the punchline. Who says that Snapchat can't create a feature tomorrow that really hurts LinkedIn for business kids under 30. I don't know, right? So I think flexibility of content always matters, right? So what about, what's the written word? What's audio? What's audio look like on Snapchat? What if Snapchat tomorrow created unlimited length of a snap in audio? I would tell you the next second, I would put the GaryVee podcast on Snapchat and push it like crazy. So I'm very fascinated by audio. I think audio is a place where Snapchat could go and say, okay, everybody who produces long form audio, because that's growing, on a single snap, you could have unlimited audio. I would be populating my Snapchat stories so aggressively with long form audio and catering it to an under 40-year-old demo, and that would be huge. So that's one random idea I just made up. They should. But I'm not in the business of guessing. I'm in the business of making the right marketing decisions in the second that I'm breathing. I don't care. Gary's cool. Because Gary's the coolest. Yep. Just to define this for the vlog, so that cool is I'm the most empathetic and understanding if somebody can't do something. I know you. I was doing that for the camera, Tyler. I know you know. Lance, how are you, man?
Doing great.
Real pleasure. Sit.
Yeah, absolutely.
How's your day going?
It's going great. Just
It's super important. Like, I mean, you know, the cliche thing with agencies is I hate departments because everybody gets into their silos, but if you don't know what the fuck is actually happening in a consumer's head, it doesn't matter. You're already lost when you go to create.
Oh yeah, I guess like one thing that I know I've like talked to people about is how you can kind of like communicate between offices or like among offices more, like how can you like connect people who are like not in the same place?
Yes.
More? Do you have any plans, I guess, in place at the moment for that?
Yes and no. So if you look across every company, and so the great benefit of being an investor in a lot of companies and having a lot of clients is it's a challenge, right? There's no technology. There's no Yammer or Slack or whatever that's gonna fix it. And there's no like, you know, and then other things like, you know, buddy systems or cross-pollinating 1 weeks in other offices, they're really Band-Aids and they're really optics. They may make people feel like the company cares about it. I would tell you a much smarter thing to do, and this is why I always tell people to communicate to me, is you should send me an email of what you're yearning for and then let me create a custom plan. I'd rather have a custom plan for 700 than to check the box for the entire company that I know then actually doesn't get done.
Right. Okay.
Like I'm not one who does things to appease the masses, to show the optics that we care. I'd rather actually solve it. And so there's 483 people who don't give a fuck. But for the 210 that do, I wanna figure it out. And so if you feel disconnected for the rest of the media team, I'd rather understand how you feel that, what in detail does it feel like, and then if it's like, oh, when there are system changes, we're 2 days behind. If I wanna see the nuances and then try to solve.
Cool, okay.
So either in a manifesto in one email now, or as it pops up in your head, when you feel it, email me.
Okay, cool. Sounds
Awesome. Such
All
a
right.
pleasure.
Thank you so
Have a great
much.
day. It was
You
really
too.
nice meeting you. And you know, it's funny, I think everything's censored. Like everything that's wrong here is my fault because that's just how shit is. But I also think like good things happen because of that. So for example, I'm scared shitless of negativity. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
And so I'm not gonna let, like, it would just fuck me up.
Right.
So like, I love when I hear that from you.
Yeah.
Because that's like, fuck yes. Like, thank you God. Like, that's what I want.
Right.
That's the honey empire, which is, I still wanna be great. Like, if you can't fucking art direct and you suck, like, fuck, what do you want me to do?
Right.
But I don't care if you're fucking Pablo Picasso. If you're a dick face, you're getting the fuck out of here.
Right. Yeah, and I appreciate also like the candor. I think everybody here is pretty much like, I've been at other jobs where people had to like hold back who they really were.
Sure.
And here you're just kind of like, okay, boom, boom, boom. You know, we'll be in meetings and people will just be like, you know, say something like, yeah, if they don't fucking get it, you know what I mean? And it's just like,
you're like, well, yeah.
Yeah, it is cool. So like the culture here is kind of like, I get it, it's cool.
It fits you.
And it fits me as well. So this was like the first gig that I ever had where I'm.
Makes me happy.
Yeah.
That makes me happy, brother.
Yeah,
listen, here's why I had this meeting.
Mm-hmm.
When shit doesn't go as well, you email me.
All right.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
I'm here to fix shit.
50,000 feet in the air, not a care, pen and pad in hand, writing bars, going hard, touching down in LAX. My boys think I'm here to be a tourist, but I'm here to
I think we
all
also overthink a lot of stuff. We don't need to map to the mothership. We don't have to have our own, like, it's just good. Like, let's stop overthinking shit. like, you know where our place is? I look at you equal to a CM in London as I do to the head of media in New York. Like, it's agnostic flat.
Yeah.
Like, we're a company.
Yeah.
One team. In my mind.
Yeah.
Of course everybody thinks they're on LA, or in TV, or in paid media. I know what humans do, but that's not what it's gonna be. It's not what decisions are being made on. So, you know?
Yeah. Seems like when people find money, their souls are lost. Lupus said freedom ain't free. Don't be naive, having money doesn't mean you're any freer than a broke motherfucker.
The very heady theoretical.
Definitely. Yeah.
And this one has a lot more practicality.
For sure. Yeah.
And they're both, by the way, they both matter.
They do.
The problem is, the important one is yours, old one. The problem is, it's not true until it sees the light of day. And all the creative world does is debate it prior to the reality of it coming out.
Right.
Which is inefficient in itself.
Very true.
It's just very real to me. Like, I'm so excited. I think I'm gonna build the greatest creative agency of all time out of a theory that allows creatives to actually have a lot of at-bats to be creative.
Always followed the rules and played by the book. I'm an academic now with a master's degree, but brothers drug dealing see more money than me. I guess the nice guys really do finish last. I should have started acting out. I would have got a fast pass like you do in them theme parks, but now slow and steady wins the race. Brothers sprinting to the finish line and lose their way. I'm being
Don't get it confused. Yeah, there's a lot more influencers. There's a lot more eyeballs. Guys, do you know how many people watch a cable television show? 20,000? Like an average TV, like a lot, especially for you guys, because you're like young in it, you know, like it's your own, like you can't imagine how much bigger it is than the real world.
Yeah.
It's wild.
50,000 feet in the air, not a care, pen and pad in hand, writing bars, going hard, touching down in LAX. My boys think I'm here to be a tourist, but I'm here to scope the scene cause I wanna be the fucking best. Some of the competition is overly crazy, but other brothers in the industry with a fan base and a deal don't even faze me. Misleading the people, they just smoking mirrors. And for me, this is trial and error. Taking that tour bus across Beverly Hills and Rodeo Drive, and let me tell you something crazy, right? People spending millions in these ends, and just on the other side of the same city, this gang crime, people ducking bullets trying to stay alive. In Hollywood, women splurging thousands on their hair, and in Compton, brothers struggling to make ends meet on welfare. I always wanted to
Use one of your ideas.
Good.
Because someone was like, yo, do this thing that Gary's doing. I was like, what's Gary doing? So when I looked at it, it was in the first, I stopped doing it, I'm going to do it again this week, but the first minute having comments on it.
Yeah.
So I was like doing that, I was like,
60
this shit
second
works!
grab.
This shit works!
paying back the student loans I should have never took. Always followed the rules and played by the book. I'm an academic now with a master's degree, but brothers drug dealing see more money than me. I guess the nice guys really do finish last. I should have started acting out. I would have got a fast pass like you do in them theme parks, but now slow and steady wins the race. Brothers sprinting to the finish line and lose their way. I'm being patient, setting my own
Closing
pace.
you out.
I take a moment and reflect on the reasons why I still exist. Is my life meant to be a 9-5 to
Red eyes. Promise myself no more red eyes. I've done 4 this year. Fucking joke. Gotta make sure your actions back up your fucking
I
mouth.
have a little vision, and anyone that tells them that they can't, fuck them and their opinion. We only got one life, so we should start living, or we can watch others live theirs. It's your decision.